the Gabby Petito case. Now, I have talked about it. There's a lot of things that people understand that they don't understand. There's a lot of things that people are doing that is not helping the case at all, and it's really just hindering the progress. All right, so some key points that I really want to make, and I'm sorry if the stream is laggy or whatnot. I'm outside, so if the stream's laggy, that's why. But anyways, let's get into this. All right. So first thing I want to do before I even get started is I want to address Don Lemon and Joy Reid on their remarks. Now we all know that Joy Reid was talking about missing white girl syndrome. All right, and to me, it doesn't matter who's missing, whether it's black or white, Hispanic, male, female, whatever the case may be. All right, for you to put race in front of it is a problem. She's talking about we need to look for black people, we need to do this, we need to. First of all, what we need to do is try and get this girl justice for her family and for her. That's what we need to do. All right, everything is not about race. All right. And Don Lemon again, he's talking about white male privilege, talking about money for attorneys and all this. Again, it's not about race. It's not about black people, white people. It's about justice for Gabby. All right, that's all it is. Just for her and her family. All right, that's all it is. It's not about white, black, money. Who has money? Who doesn't have money? Poor people, black people. I could care less what color she is. All right. Fact of the matter is, she needs justice and her family needs justice. All right. So, um, a lot of people are criticizing the officers. All right. So a couple key points here. Should Gabby have been arrested? A lot of people are saying she should have been arrested. A lot of people are saying she shouldn't have. All right, it's about 50-50. All right. Now, reporting a person who called 911 to start with said that a male hit Gabby. Right. So in that regard, you think automatically, okay, well, so they actually were going to charge her to separate them for the night. Now, a lot of people are saying, the officers caused her to die and because they didn't separate her or they didn't arrest her. She was separated and she willingly went back to him. So, even if she was arrested, it would have been a Class B misdemeanor. And she would have been out the next day. He would have found enough money to bond her out, get her bail, and she would have been right back with him. So, she was in charge of the vehicle. She was given control of the vehicle. She was the only one who had her phone. She was separated, had all that. He was separated. Officers took him to a hotel. So they reunited on their own. So even if the officers had arrested her, they would still be in the same predicament that they are in now. So I don't think that everybody putting the blame on the officers is the right thing either. What happened is what happened. So, a lot of people are asking about Brian's parents, whether they have any involvement in it or whatnot. Should they be arrested? There's a lot that they have done to hinder the investigation, in my personal opinion. Just like his Mustang that was driven to the park. 2 days later, they returned without him in it. So where is he? Who knows? A lot of people, and another thing, a lot of people are saying he's over here, he's over there, he's over here. I spotted him there, I spotted him there. All right, if you are not 100% sure that is him, do not call. All right, it's simple as that. Do not call the police because that takes them away from actually looking. Yeah, Nick, it's pretty late. At least where I am, it's pretty late. So I don't expect a lot of people to be here right now, but I just wanted to talk about this. But as far as Brian's parents being arrested, I do think that they hit him. I do think that they helped him get away, and I get that that's their son, and they're going to do whatever they can to help him. But at the end of the day, when he's convicted of or is being accused of killing her, then they need to step in and cooperate with the police, and they haven't done that. They have not been any cooperative with the police whatsoever. But again, everybody that's attacking the cops really needs to sit back and look at it. Again, Class B misdemeanor. He would have found enough money to bail her out, and it's simple as that. They would have been reunited either way. Um, why she didn't? Who knows? Me personally, I think he's dead. I think he killed himself. Honestly, I don't think he's alive no more. That's just my personal opinion. A lot of people are going to disagree with me. A lot of people think that he is still alive, and nobody knows. All right, FBI doesn't know. Local police don't know. Dog the bounty hunter doesn't know. Media doesn't know. Nobody knows whether he is alive, where he's hiding, or anything other than him. He's the only one who knows. But I do personally think that he's dead. There's been no signs of anything about him. There's been no signs of life, no tracks, no nothing. Now, a lot of people are talking about, David. Yeah, I definitely think that's the more likely thing. Because when he left his house, he didn't take a phone with him. He didn't take any kind of wallet, no keys or anything. And that leads me to believe that he did kill himself. Now, again, he had his car parked at a park, and his parents came back 2 days later without a car, or with the car but without him. So who knows? He could be hiding out right in front of the cops and doesn't even know it. Um, she admitted to assaulting him. That's the only reason they were going to take her in. Like I said, it would have been a Class B misdemeanor. Even if he wouldn't have bonded her out, she would have been out in a couple days. It really wouldn't have made much of a difference. And again, she went back to him on her own choice. Again, she had access to the vehicle, she had the key, she had access to the phone. Cops drove him to a hotel, she drove her a separate way, and they met up. Now, one thing that I guess the cops told her what hotel it was going to be at, but, at the end of the day, they were still, either way it went, they were not going to be separated. Alright, they were going to go back to each other either way. Whether she got arrested and he had to bail out, or the case that happened here. Now, if he is alive, and the off chance that he is alive, one thing that the media, and not just media, YouTubers, TikTokers, and this is why I haven't really covered this video. Alright, so if he is alive, and he has access to a phone, or news, or anywhere, and he's out there, he's gonna know that they're looking for him. I mean, he's not stupid. He's not gonna be like just hiding out there just to hide. He's gonna find a way to look at the news and find out where they're looking. And every day they're talking about they looked here, they looked here, they looked here. Quit saying where you're looking, because if he is in that spot, he's gonna get out. And y'all aren't looking overnight. Y'all looking in the daytime. So at night, all he has to do is get out. And it is very, maybe he killed himself in the train. Who knows? But at the end of the day, you can't give away your location of where you're looking. That's one of the worst things that you could do right there. You're literally giving him a free pass if he is alive. Because like I said, right now it's, let's see. It is 2:45 East Coast time. Alright, so it's 2:45 a.m. And everybody, everybody's saying he's in Mexico, he's in North Carolina, he's in South Carolina, he's in... Again, nobody knows him, alright? Everybody in their own state, the worst things they could do. Like I said, if he's in Florida, boom, right, you'll be getting out of that place, going somewhere else. If he's not in Florida at all, then, well, he knows he's safe and he's just watching the news. But again, honestly, I personally think that he is dead. But again, we'll see when that comes. But again, as far as Joy Reid and Don Lemon and anybody else who's trying to make this about race, y'all are part of the problem in America, and y'all really shouldn't even be on TV. Don Lemon shouldn't be on TV. He should have been gone a long time ago. But that kind of did it. That was a breaking point. He should be gone. And for all the famous, TikTokers, whatever case may be, all following base, alright? Don't blast this case, alright? Don't be telling people where the cops are looking. Don't be telling them, this and that. Don't be giving them every little detail, alright? Give them the big details. Alright, let them know, hey, we found tracks that may be his. We found this, found that. But all they're doing is giving him a free pass if he's alive. Because I guarantee you, he has access to a cell phone, computer, or something where he can look at the news. So the news is giving him a free pass, and it's really hurting the cops trying to get him. Alright? I say he's innocent, but it's not likely. She did have a YouTube channel. Now, I don't know. Um, Let me see if I can pull. It was just knowing that she was not um, alive and there were still videos of her that I just couldn't watch the whole video. Um, David, I do. If you just type in my name, you'll find it. You'll find my channel. I don't really give out my social media, but again, it's just the same name as my YouTube name. It should have me a picture of me with a thin blue line. It's lagging. Like I said, I'm outside, so if the stream is laggy, that's my bad. But like I said, she did have a YouTube channel. She actually created it back in November of 2013. So she's had it for a while, but she didn't post her first video for a month. So I'm guessing for about a month they were traveling, doing all the things. And again, I couldn't watch the whole video because just knowing that she's not there and everything that's going on. But in the video, everything looks normal. Everybody looks happy. They're having a great time. So, who knows what really happened? Nobody knows what happened. It could have been like I just don't understand why he would kill her. You know, there's there's nothing to provoke it. It seems like they got along great. They were just downsizing. They were going to travel the country, and they were going about their lives. And she was going to make a YouTube channel out of it, trying to be big, trying to be famous. David, I don't necessarily, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was a shooting. I think if it was a shooting, it would have been more talked about. Stabbing, I believe stabbing or strangulation, something that's quiet. But again, um, I just don't understand why he would kill her. I just don't understand the provoking behind it. I don't understand. Like, there's got to be a reason behind it. He just didn't kill her for no reason. I wouldn't think. You think there's a reason behind it, and maybe he thought that she called the cops. And this is the only thing I can really think of. The autopsy hasn't come out yet. Now, they might just be waiting to have respect for her and her family, maybe. But, I would have thought the autopsy would have came out by now. I guess not. But as far as any kind of provocation to her being killed, I think that maybe he thought maybe she called the cops. That's really the only thing I can think of. Alright? But even then, there had to be something going on before that for the cops to even be there at that point. You know, he just didn't slap her for no reason. So maybe hook up with him. But I mean, you can't even use that argument because when the cops separated them, told her to take the van and the keys. She had her phone. She could have went back home, could have done something, and they took him to a hotel. So he had no way to get to her if she really wanted to drive far away. So you can't even use the fact that they want to break up or anything. So you can't even use that argument. Maybe he thought she was cheating. Maybe she thought he was cheating. Who knows what started the argument? Who knows if there's actually been a whole lifetime problems and she was just scared of him of getting away. Maybe she was the aggressor. Who knows? I'm not ruling that. Maybe she was the aggressor and he hit her. All right, because I mean, she did tell the cops that she assaulted him. Um, yeah, Deanna. I mean, there's so much that is missing. But again, the biggest thing for me is the media. You got Don Lemon and Joy Reid making it about race. You got all these big YouTubers just trying to make a profit off of it. And then you got the other media just blasting where they're looking. Like, don't tell them where the cops are looking. Again, he has access to some kind of social media or something where he can see the news, I'm sure, if he's not dead. Which I personally think he's dead because there's been no traces, there's been no footprints, no tracks, or anything. And who knows? Maybe he's not even in Florida. All right. If he is alive, maybe he's not even in Florida. There are people saying he's in Mexico. We don't know that. All right. All we know is he's in the world somewhere. We know that. We just don't know where. Um, it's a matter of time before he is in a swamp dead, and he very well could be. I just think he's dead because he was parked. His car was parked by a park. Parents drove away with it. 2 days later, they drive the car back, but he's gone. And he left his house with no phone, no keys, no wallet, no nothing. So, where's he gonna go? In 2 days, where are you gonna get by a car that you can just hide out for the rest of your life and you don't need no money, no nothing? It doesn't make sense. So I believe that, his parents drove him 2 days. They said their goodbyes, and he killed himself, and they drove his car back. I mean, that to me seems the most logical. But again, I am not a cop. I am not a psychologist. I am not any of that. That's just my personal opinion. The media needs to calm down, quit giving every little detail about where they're looking. So, who knows? Maybe it was a mutual thing and they both assaulted each other and the cops kind of saw that. But again, everybody's blaming the cops that they should have done more, they should have done this, they should have done that. They separate them. That's not the most they could have done. All right, he would have found a way to bail her out. It's a Class B misdemeanor. You're not looking at maybe more than like a $3,000, $4,000 bond at the most. That's probably what you're looking at. Now, for domestic violence, I believe I want to say 24 to 48 hours that you have to wait to bail them out. But again, they separated them for a day. There's not much more that cops can do. And if the cop was to arrest her, let's just say that he did arrest her for a misdemeanor. Even with it being a Class B misdemeanor and it's domestic violence, that would have stuck on her record for the rest of her life. So that would have made it harder if she ever wanted to get a job, have any kind of good job. That would have looked bad on her record. And like the cops said in the body camera footage, she was 23. So it would have haunted her for the rest of life and possibly impacted her getting a job if she ever wanted to get one. So, I personally think that the cop did the right thing. A lot of people saying, she had marks over, he had marks over him. Again, could they took them both to jail? Yeah, they could have. Um, I know most states actually require a arrest for domestic violence if there's probable cause that someone has been injured. So I don't know how that state works, but I know most states do require a arrest if someone's been injured during domestic violence. But again, I just think the cops did the right thing by separating them and letting them go about their way. Either way, they would be in the same predicament that they're in now. But if any more information becomes available, I'll bring that to y'all. I just think that everybody needs to calm down. Again, I haven't even done this case until tonight or this morning. Just because everybody else has been hyping it up and giving away everything that they are trying to do. One other thing, I think the parents really should. They do have a part in this, obviously. Let me read some of y'all's comments. Alright, well, if comments load, I'll read them. But, whatever happens with this, we'll see. It will all happen within due time. Who knows? Anything is possible. Danny C, I mean, that's very possible too. He could be in someone's place. He could be in someone's basement. That is very possible too. I personally just think he's dead somewhere. Again, when you don't take a wallet, you take an ID, you don't take anything with you. Who knows? He could just be in another state getting a whole appearance makeover. He might know someone who he's not identified. You know, there are cases that go on for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, and then they finally solve it. You know, I'm not saying that's going to be one of those cases, you know, honestly, but, and they, nobody